YouTube, what's going on? It's been a while since I dropped a basketball video, but we back like we never left. So, you see today's title, we're going to be talking about the Brooklyn Nets. And are they still championship contenders or championship favorites in the East as they used to be? Now, at the beginning of the year, most people would have said, yeah, the Nets coming out of the East. Now, it's looking a little rocky for them from reports and injuries and all that's going on, but let's get into it. So, first report is James Harden basically wants to test free agency. It came out pretty recently that James Harden wanted to test free agency and is looking to most likely move on. Now, are the reports true? Will James Harden confirm these reports? Probably not. James Harden doesn't normally confirm these reports. He'll probably say, oh, it's not true, it's just the media. If he does confirm it, that'll be surprising to me because normally James Harden and the media don't get along. So, will James Harden test free agency? I think James Harden will have to go to a team the team he's on now is a contender. But with Kyrie doing what he's doing and only being able to play maybe half the games that he's able to play in the playoffs, maybe he can play 3 to 4 games depending on if they have home court advantage. And unless he gets the C shot. So, I don't know. If you got Kyrie for maybe 3 games of a series, you got to win 4. So, hopefully, if it goes to a game 7, you could probably have Kyrie back if you don't have home court advantage, you can probably have Kyrie on game 7, but he's going to be out of rotation, out of rhythm. So, it's going to be hard. I think Kyrie being in and out half the games, half not, is one, not good for the team's morale / relationship / chemistry. I don't think that's going to be good because you can't really get a rhythm going. Chemistry is going to be a little messed up because you have Kyrie half the time and the other half you don't have him. So I don't know. And then James Harden is now saying he wants out. So that's going to also mess up chemistry if that's a true report. KD is out for the next 6 to 8 weeks on a MCL. So right now it's looking like the Nets are about to lose some games. They're about to probably lose. They could probably win with only Harden in, but the games that Kyrie's not playing, I expect them to either lose or be a very close game, very hard fought wins on those games. Because without KD and no Kyrie and only James Harden's out there, James Harden can lead you to a couple of those wins, but I think you need 2 out of the 3 people on the court. That's your big 3, basically. And on another end, on the Nets, you really don't have a defensive leader on the team. Your top 3 players aren't defensive players. They're really offensive. KD can hold his own on defense, and so can James Harden if he puts his effort into it. James Harden, if he has effort and is fully healthy, he's a good enough defender. At least he can get passing lanes, on ball steals sometimes. Same with Kyrie. Kyrie's good at passing lanes, but they're not on ball defenders. They're not going to lock down your best player at all. And they don't really have a lockdown person that's going to lock down your best player. So they don't even have a paint protector, really. They lost all their paint protectors. DeAndre Jordan left, which was kind of their paint protector, but he really wasn't. He was kind of a degraded paint protector. Jared Allen, if they still had Jared Allen somehow, if they could have still kept Jared Allen somehow, they probably could have worked very good. Jared Allen on that team right now would be a great addition at center because Jared Allen is playing really good right now. And in hindsight, Jared Allen still being on that team would have been great, but he's not, alas. So hopefully they can make a trade somehow. I don't know what they would trade for a good paint protector. Somebody like, I don't even know. Could you even get a good paint protector? You might have to just get a mediocre paint protector that could kind of give you effort out night in, night out. That's high effort, but I don't think any good paint protectors are on the market right now. Because basically every team would be probably going for that paint protector, and so you maybe can get a low cost, high value player maybe Bagley could work, but that's That's like wishing on a star. I don't think Bagley's really going to go anywhere. Pacers probably wouldn't give you Myles Turner for anything that you have to offer. So those type of players that are like mediocre, but you know they could be really good on the right system, those type of players aren't really going to be up for grabs, because the Pacers for some reason just are hoarding talent right now. They have a lot of good players, but their record does not say so. They have a lot of good individual players to trade. But the Nets, I don't know. I don't think that they're favorites right now. They're too injury prone. James Harden wants out. Kyrie's only playing half the games. They have no defensive people. They got Patty. Patty's a good fourth option, but some days Patty's off, and so Patty's not really a good fourth option or a six man. So I don't know. I think that right now the Nets are probably, if I had to go off the top of my head, probably the third best team, if not fourth, maybe even fifth best team in the East to win it all, because above them is the Bucks, Bulls, and off the top of my head, the Sixers are honestly looking better than expected, even without Ben. If they could somehow move Ben before the trade deadline, they definitely are above the Nets in my mind to beat the Nets. And then you still got the Hawks. They will surprise somebody in these playoffs. So the way I see it is the Nets are not the favorites. If you're still holding on to hope for the favorites of the Nets, I don't know if that's really, at the start of the season you might have been right, but now as it stands at the half mark of the season, you're probably not right. It's looking very iffy for them. So the way I see it is, Nets not gonna win a championship. They could maybe make it out of the first round depending on who they go against. Second round, they could really go far if they just really all are together and Kyrie finally gets the shot. But I don't think Kyrie's gonna get the shot. So you're hoping on a star to get a team out of there and a sweep or something. You want to get him out there early, because if Kyrie's in and out the rotation, you're gonna have to win those games without Kyrie and then win the games with Kyrie, because if you lose the games with Kyrie in, that's even harder to come back from without having Kyrie. So, because we've seen what happened with the Bucks when they lost Kyrie. The Bucks came back on them and they lost. Everybody's gonna say Kevin Durant's foot's too big and James Harden was wobbled, but without Kyrie, we saw what happened in that series. They lost. So I think Kyrie is really the X factor. If Kyrie gets the shot, they really are back on the top. If Kyrie doesn't, I don't see them winning all the way to the finals without Kyrie, and then winning the finals without Kyrie half the games. So the Nets right now, I think James Harden will try to look for free agency, because he's like, whoa, Kyrie's not going to be here for half the season. I need to move and I need to get this ring. I think James Harden right now is in overdrive trying to get a ring. I don't think James Harden is just money hungry right now trying to, he's trying to get a ring. I think at the end of the day, James Harden wants to stamp his career with at least one ring, So anyway, y'all, that's my mindset on the Nets. They aren't going to really win anything. I could be wrong. You could look back at this video when the playoffs come and Kyrie has a shot and James Harden is James Harden again and Kevin's fully healthy. I could be wrong if Kyrie actually gets the shot. So, but we'll see come playoff time. I'll probably make an update video close to playoff time. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe for more, y'all. Let me know in the comments how you thought my take on the Nets was. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right, let me know. I'll be happy to debate with anybody in the comments. Happy to give my 2 cents and listen to what you have to say about if you think the Nets are still the best team in the East. I don't think so anymore. Maybe you think so. Let me know why. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. Peace.